Welcome back, TNT. Yes, as I teased a short while ago, this month of May, we decided, we've done it before, and we want to make it a Cup of Joe specialty, Mother's May. Yeah, we're going to try to get as many of our mothers, and I have the opportunity to roll out a recipe for them and cook for some of the mothers that we admire over the years here in Sweet TNT. And this morning, I have with me Elizabeth Romaine Montano. No introduction needed. You know her as Lady Montano, and I'm sure you haven't heard your maiden name for a while.
Yes, I was shocked that you know.
Yeah. Romaine Montano. So you were Elizabeth Romaine.
Yes, when I went to secondary school and primary school and Mousica, but very soon after I became Montano.
You became a Montano.
In 73.
In 73.
Yes.
So that is, Monty and yourself, that is at least
that
what?
That is 40, 43, 40, 44.
44 years. Yeah. Congratulations. That is something that, yeah, I mean.
Long years.
Long years.
Yes.
What was you think, underlying success?
I think that we shared the same goal, right? We came from simple homes. He came from South, I came from Carnage, but we came from very modest homes. And then we got married early. We had children, and very early our children started working and started showing, a special direction. And we shared that goal where we lived for our kids.
Yeah.
So I think that's the secret.
Because now, lady, you are north and Monty is in south.
No, Monty is in northeast. He's in Toko.
He's in Toko. Yeah, because you're all operating different
businesses for our children.
You see each other at all, or you?
Yeah, of course. But we talk every day on the phone, and again, we have certain goals, and we're preparing, the legacy for our grandchildren, and we always work together every day. We talk, and then he doesn't like to come to the city.
Right.
It's kind of difficult for me to go to Toko, but I mean, after so many years, the physical is not what is important,
Yeah. Mother of 2 and grandmother of 6.
6.
Wow.
And I'm longing for some more.
Longing for some more.
Because I came from a very small family.
Right.
And
so you're enjoying the numbers.
Yes,
now.
and I was small. I only have 2.
Right.
And I'm one of 2.
Yeah.
And my sister has 1.
Yeah.
And my mother was one of 2.
Yeah.
So very small.
When I look, and I mean, people on the outside looking in at the family, and I'm talking your immediate family, and of course Marshall Montano came and was Trinidad and Tobago's own from such a young age. And then there was Marcus.
Well, Marcus was there first.
No, yeah, right. But my point I'm making is that it just appears from us looking in that there are 2 entirely different personalities. Are they?
Not quite yet.
No, Marcus is...
Not quite.
No?
Yes. Marshall will seem more out there because he's in the
he's in the limelight,
Yeah, but Marcus and they share similar personalities. Most important is that they strive for excellence, and I can boast that they are very good at what they do.
Yeah. So as young boys growing up and you mothering 2 young boys, it's not that, as I said, there was one here and one there in terms of personality. They were very similar. They bonded as brothers growing up.
Yes. Sometimes Marcus could tend to be a little more quiet.
Right.
But
so that was the feeling, I think, from outside, that Marcus was
quiet. Just appear quiet. But the thing is that I didn't have any difficulty raising them.
Yeah.
I didn't have much problems with them, and I think they're 2 years apart, same sex, so it was quite easy.
Yeah.
And then both Monty and I spent most of our waking hours with them, making sure that we taught them core values. And as I tell people every day, it's not that I'm proud that my big son is a captain with Caribbean Airlines or that Marshall is one of the top artists in the Caribbean. What I am very proud of is that the core values that we saw, that we taught them, I see it manifest in them as men.
That's such a critical point, lady, because when Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension the Caribbean and the world, would have started embracing Machel Montano at a tender age, your role as mother would have now intensified, because Machel no longer was just a little Machel growing up and you taking care of what he's doing in school. He's now, he became a
My
public
boss.
Yeah. But at such a young age,
At such
11,
a young age.
10, 11
yes,
years old.
he was my boss.
Wow.
Because he always knew what he wanted to do. People thought that we were pushing him. No, he was the one leading the way, you know.
Even from that tender age.
From that age, he always knew what he wanted. Although he says something different, he say, they tell me sing in the choir, I say okay. They tell me go solo, I say okay. But he was the one who took the calypso to Ashford Joseph the first time.
Right.
When Ashford Joseph said, boy, all the boys in boys' school singing this song every year. You know, and then Ashford wrote his first song, The Now Generation.
Right. So he led the way,
Yes,
and you just
We
encouraged.
were there
yeah.
as more than encouraged. We were a part of his support system.
Yeah. And you grew in, as I said. Okay, so I mean, taking it from that tender age, yes, but you grew into his manager, his momager.
Yes.
And you were that force behind him for 30 plus years in his life and career.
Yes, and then I gave it up.
And then you give it up. We talk about giving it up, but how did you separate, lady, being a mother and being Machel's manager? Did you separate it at all?
I think I separated better than the public did. I understood clearly my role as a mother, and I understood clearly my role as a manager. So people felt that, oh, how Machel talking to his mother, but Machel was my boss. And when I got home with him, and the doors are closed, we had a very different relationship.
You pulled the belt?
Mother and son.
You pulled the belt? You pulled the belt at all?
Well, yes, when my kids were much smaller.
Yes.
But as I said, we taught them these things from very early.
Yeah.
So that very soon we didn't have to beat. You know, we could reason very, very early. We reasoned with them, and you know, they were very responsible young men.
Yeah. Many people may not know that you were, I think you mentioned it, simple beginnings. You were a seamstress.
No, my mother was a seamstress.
Were you
seamstress. No, that is the one subject I failed in school. What I did was I was a babysitter.
Right.
And from very early I gave lessons. At 15, I was given lessons and babysitting.
Yeah, because teaching was in your blood as well.
Teaching was from very small. I used to have my little Morris chairs, and I beaten it and thing, and books spread out. And so I taught most of my life.
Most of your life you taught. It's really amazing, because as I said, being a teacher and then having to deal with the limelight that is Machel Montano. Did it work well for you? Would one sacrifice to the other? Was it?
Well, the way I am, everything works well for me, because one, I don't worry much. I don't pay attention to what people say. I live based on what I think is right, and I try to live simple. I try always, integrity is important to me, so that if something is said about me, it doesn't matter. And when I do something, I give it my best, you know, so, and then my mind is always going. So I'm always thinking, you know, what I will do for this, and then when I have to come as a parent, I think about it, and I move from one to the next, like a breeze.
A couple of years ago, you relinquished your managerial role of Machel, and as I said, I think he would have adopted younger management.
Much younger. Management younger than himself.
Younger than himself as well.
Yes.
But I still know, just based on us talking about so often, that when he's back home, he comes and sleeps by mommy.
Of course.
Yeah. So mommy, what role does mommy play now? Not managerial at all, just mommy?
No, not just mommy. I tell them that I am like drone.
You're like the?
Drone. You know, I kind of look at it from above, you know.
Yes.
But we have been fortunate to have a good team, an excellent team, young team, and people who share the vision, like Marshall. Luckily for us, Marshall is highly spiritual and his manager is the same, so that they get along very well. So I don't really have to worry. And when he's here, I am the air, you know, like when he going to record, I'll be there in my room and listening for when he comes in, you know. And when he comes in, I say, anything to hear? You know?
You still want to hear?
Yeah, well, because I know he will like me to hear.
Right, right.
And then he'll come and he'll play everything and we'll lie down there. Yeah. And then sometimes first thing in the morning, he will come down and we will share thoughts. You know, when he's away, he always communicates to find out, you know.
You're more mommy now.
Mom, yeah, definitely.
You're
And grandmother.
And granny, yeah. No mommy now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was studying also in my old age.
Yes, yeah.
Never stopped.
67.
67, 68 this year.
68 this year.
Yes.
You look as beautiful as ever.
Oh gosh, thanks. I take that as a compliment.
Lady Montano this morning. Thank you so much for dropping by. I have the honor and privilege. We're heading into this kitchen studio next. Lady and I am rolling out. Now, Lady eats very particularly. So I had to do something clean and green because you don't eat meat.
No, I don't. And I don't eat anything.
No fish.
Nothing. No fish, nothing.
So you see problems I had this morning. But I worked it out. Lady Montano and I, we roll out a recipe next from TriniCooks.com. Come on back. It's Mother's Me
Mother's Me.
on a cup of chai.